Hi everyone, I'm Clement.
Hi guys, my name is Steve.
And Ludo.
So I'm the founder of the company Khimaira Strategy Tactics. We're from France. All of us served in French army as a French military. I personally served during a little bit more than a decade in a special units as an operator. Lived the military period a little bit more than 3 years ago to create this company. And we're here today to talk about training with flashlight. The main idea behind our approach is still performance optimization. When we talk about performance, it's sometimes can be perceived as something unusual in a tactical world or defense world or application, because it's something we are more familiar with in a sports sector specifically. But when we talk about performance, it's all about the outcome you're able to create regarding the certain amount of resources you have available for you. And it's the same for the professional application. Depending the range time you have, the ammunition, the skills level, that's yours. It's on you to use this specific resource to provide the best outcome as you can. So we try to always keep in mind principle over gear. So everything we teach or we provide during the course is never related to a specific platform, specific accessories, specific gears or stuff. We definitely trying to work as a toolbox perspective when we think about skill development for professional. In general, we try to keep in mind the operational performance optimization, so it can sound like something a little bit marketing, we know, but it's the game for the professional. When we hear performance, sometimes it's more related to the sports application because we think about the Olympic Games or just about the medal and the podium. But performance, it's what you create regarding what you have available, the outcome regarding the input. And when we think about professional training, both side military and law enforcement, you can't choose the range availability and the ammunition quantity and the skills you learned in your administration. So it's definitely on you to use this resource the best way as you can to create and get the best outcome as you can. In general, we try to always stick principle over gear. So everything we provide, everything we teach is never related to a specific platform, specific light or laser configuration, plate carrier belt or whatever. We keep in mind the idea of the toolbox. So we try to create the smaller toolbox as possible, but the more proficient as possible.
Hi guys, it's Steve from Khimaira team. So tonight we are going to run a drill with our light weapon mounted on our rifle. So the shooter will be in front of 4 targets, and we are working on the cognition functional development too. So when the light is green, he had to make some verbal command like police, throw your weapon on your knee, something like this. And when the light is red, he had to engage the target. So for this phase, he has to engage the target, switch off the light, move, and switch on the light to PID the target and what effect he applied on the opponent. Okay, for everyone, ears and eyes, please. And shooter, make ready, please. So here for the demonstration, I use this pod as a remote. So 4 pods are on those 4 targets. When I tap it, the 1 pod will switch on green or on red, and the shooter have to PID the target and act and take a decision on this situation. The pods will on for 2 seconds, and after it will shut off. So I had to tap again to set a new sequence. Ready?
Please, don't move! Please, don't move! Show me your hands! Please!
Yeah. Ready?
Please don't move! Please, give me your hands! Please, give me your hands!
Yeah, great. Reset.
Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! On your knee! Show me your hands!
Great. Reset.
Police! Show me your hands! Police on the ground! Police! Show me your hands! Police! Don't move! Don't move! Show me your hands!
What is very important for a drill is to put it in the real life context. So when I'm out with my rifle at the distance, I had to take the opportunity to seize my handgun. So that's the problem of the one-wheeled one and every drill like this. You don't put this in a real life context. So when I'm out with the rifle at the distance, the only weapons, the fastest reload is taking my handgun and react. So the second phase of this drill is the same for the engagement. So green light, verbal command. Red light, I had to shoot while moving. So the red light is on. I move, shooting, boom, 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 boom. When I'm okay, I stop shooting. I switch off my light before, it's the main point of this drill, before moving in another direction, because in this direction it's very predictive for the opponent to engage me and to think he's going to be right there. So I switch off my light before moving and I move in another direction. So I can go here, straight right, or I can here. And when I'm moving, I switch on my light to assess. Ready?
Please don't move! Show me your hands! Please, show me your hands!
Okay, break, reset. Ready?
Show me your hands! Hands up! Sir, on your knee! Show me your hands! On your knee!
So the main purpose of this kind of drill is for sure to use the light. And the second purpose is to be aware of the situation anytime. So you don't know when the light will switch off or switch on. And you have to be full aware of the situation and use your tool when it's needed. So it's the development, the cognition development of the shooter as is engaging a threat or is making some verbal command.
For us, the flashlight is just the 101 skills you should masterize as a professional. It doesn't matter if you're just a police officer, if you are in a special intervention unit, if you are military, if you are in a special ASSO team or hostile rescue team, whatever. The flashlight, it's really the basic. You should be able to move, to use your guns, both short or long, depends who you are, where you are, and what you have to do. And the flashlight it just gives you the ability to operate on the full-time spectrum. Doesn't matter if we are during the day, during the night, but also into facilities. It can be 2 p.m. But if we are inside a tunnel or inside a building, it can be completely dark. So if you want to operate, you have to be able to see, basically. So we divide the use of the flashlight in two main chapters: the mechanics on one side, the techniques, and the tactics on the other side, the application. How I grab my tool, basically, and how can I optimize the way I use the tool on the other side. And we can definitely elevate the skills level on this both chapter. We often see a lot of training, a lot of initial or continuous training, staying just on the line, facing the target in some aseptic course of fire. You know your position, you know the target or the threat you have to shoot on, you already know the course of fire, so it will be 3 rounds, reload 3 rounds, move to the point B, then shoot 3 more rounds, and there is no situation interaction. It doesn't recreate any situation awareness, and it doesn't involve the decision-making process of the light user. And it makes absolutely no sense for the real application. So the moment you're trying to connect the training or the drill with the real world, it gives you immediately another perspective about what you're doing. Okay, so for this part of the training session, we will focus mostly on the pistol and the weapon light mounted on the pistol specifically. So for this exercise, facing the shooter, we will find 5 targets. So it's not like a multiple threat attack. We are not in a Walking Dead episode. It's more like an opponent, a threat that's move and take different position every time. So the blaze pod will give you the information about the threat position. It will switch on randomly into the space. Every time it switch on for 2 seconds, exposure time, and the shooter don't know for how many targets you have to engage. It could be 1, it could be 3, it could be 5. Okay. Mostly the shooter work in aseptic conditions, specifically when we focus on the light. I mean the shooter still in static or dynamic position, but shoot on one target that's still static in place. When we work with the flashlight, we have a lot of side effects like the backsplash. It means too much light on something, and I can be blind by the visual information quantity overload. Okay, so we're looking here for accountability. So if the shooter can only break 1 shot on the 2-second time window, it's okay. If it's 2, that's fine, etc., etc. If it's none, that's great too. We prefer someone we can guarantee 100% of the shot than someone who just shot by habits. Okay, so facing the situation, when the first blaze pod will switch on, the shooter will draw, switch on the light, and break the shot, and just follow the next blaze pod every time. Okay, when the sequence is done, when everything is off, it will stay on the last target. It's represent the last threat position. It could be a target down or a threat down, and it will take out the end light just to check the 360 around him. We want to keep pressure on the threat or on the suspect and be sure that there is no more threat around me. Okay? Stand by. An easy way to scale this exercise is to create a reactive action from the shooter perspective. In this part of the exercise, the shooter was completely ready, so just facing the situation. His whole focus and attention was on the area, on the environment facing him. But we can just give him like a chem light, for example, or something with light for sure, because we are in dark condition, and he will play with this object. Okay, his main focus, the foveal vision specifically, will be locked on this thing, and he have to stay aware about what's happened behind. Exactly the same exercise, but we can scale up a little bit this way. So we'll just give him this small light. He will just play with the light. It's not an issue. See if the light fall on the ground, and if the blaze pod switch on, exactly the same exercise. Okay, relax, holster. And we see here the difference between closed skills and open skills. We just add a reactive action, like an additional thing to do. It's quite super easy, but we directly see the way it decreases the quality of the draw and the quality of the switch management and light management. Regarding the administrative training, doesn't matter police or military, it's pretty often binary approach. So day training, you proceed this way, night training, you proceed this way, light training, you proceed this way, and NVG's training, you proceed this way. But in fact, any real situation still never into a binary case. You know, is never 0 or 1, white or black. We think about it by working and using the tactical athlete concept regarding the training. So when we want to train and elevate the skills level of the gun user, police or military, doesn't matter, you have to think about it as a triptych, what we call the tactical athlete triangle. The technical competency, the physical ability, so the fitness in general, and the cognitive capacity on the other side. So fitness, it's super easy to understand. When we talk about the technical competency, the way you run the gun, the way you reload, the way you deploy the light, solve or fix a jam, transitions, could be the stance, etc., etc., the use of cover, vehicle, etc., etc. And we also focus a lot on the cognitive capacity. Two big things: the task load management capabilities and the vision. The vision, it's the way you grab the information, the way you analyze, rationalize, and react about this visual input, and this is where the biggest difference could be created on a professional context application. When we think about life-threatening situation, like police or military context, there is no place for just average skill set, and normally it should be the standard everywhere. When we talk about the binary environment, it's never day or night. It could be during the day because it's noon, and the moment you just pass through the door, you can just meet a shadow, a fog, dust. It can have a lot of disturbance in a real context, and everything you will proceed here is always decision based. So also in the training, you have to initially optimize the way you use the tool. It's a closed skills development. But pretty often you should normalize the open skills training. It's mean always decision-based course of fire or shooting sequence every time. And as I told you before, is a big difference between closed and open skills training. For the professional application, it's always open skills application. Everything you will achieve or everything you will do, still environment related. You will react about what you see, what's happened around you. So the idea here is to train you properly to deploy the proper tool when we think about the toolbox regarding the situation evolving almost every second around you. Okay. So on this exercise, we will focus on the hand light initially. Why? Because it's something super common, specifically for law enforcement officer. You could need a light to navigate, to identify, to communicate, to control someone. So it's something super common. we take a lot of data from centrifuge training, and one of them is the percentage of police officer using one hand only response on initial life-threatening situation. So I don't want to give a mistake, but I think it's over 54% of the initial round shot by a police officer was break strong hand only. Why we use a light? So for plenty of reasons. So first point, we recommend to always use the support hands to deploy and use the light, because you can use the strong one to check a door, to use the gun, to do whatever you want. It gives you more information, the support one, and we want to preserve the strong one to do the main action. So on this exercise, I will have 5 targets facing me. On each of them, I wrote a color, so pink, yellow, blue, green, and red. We have 5 blaze pods at this level, and we have a remote here. So for this exercise, the shooter will be here. Every time the trainer will hit the remote, one of the blaze pods will randomly switch on position and color. It will be one of the 5 colors I wrote on the target. So one more time, please. When I get a color like this, I have to search, localize, and identify the word I wrote on the target. And I want to stay focused on it. It's like a buddy. Hey, buddy, show me your hands. Show me your hands. So from this position, from this time, I don't have the positive identification. That allows me to deploy the gun and just point the gun or point my muzzle on someone. You know, it's just for the moment a non-threat situation. On the trainer command, if he say threat, from this position I will deploy the gun and start to shoot strong hand only. I will shoot until the light switch off. It forced me to stay aware about the situation around me. Okay? When the light is off, it's like the threat's done. I will switch off the light, the end light. I will release the light, and I will move and create a concrete and strong grip, both hands on the pistol, and switch on the pistol light just to assess the threat and the situation. From this point, I keep the pistol light on just to preserve the focus and the tension on the threat or on the sector, and I will use the end one to check the situation around me. So I will show you dry first. So dry.
Okay, ready.
Right.
Bam, 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 bam. Switch off, move, releasing the end light, create a complete grip, switch on the light with my pistol. From here, assess the scene, bring back the light, check around me, then reset. Why we want to move during the dark? Because it gives me a visual cover. So for sure it's not a physical one, but a visual one, and I will be more effective if I use both hands on the pistol as strong hand only. Does it make sense? Okay?
Yep.
Just one thing I want to add. It's really a process drill. There is plenty of technical aspects we want to cover, we want to sharpen. So it's not something we try to achieve the fast as I can, because I really want to put the step and the sequence in the proper order. Okay, so one super good thing to do is to visualize and verbalize. It could be in my head for sure, but I verbalize what I have to do. So this way I'm very active into the motor execution process. Okay? Guys, we hope you took away some value from this. We really enjoyed this moment. If we can just give you a last focus about what we covered today, just keep in mind the both side aspect and the techniques, the mechanics on one side and the application. Work on the mechanics, specifically could be in dry condition. You don't need to be on the rain to work on it. And think about the application of the tools you want to develop, specifically the real-world application. So the decision-making process implementation should be a standard, should be a norm, specifically for professional use regarding the flashlight or not. And just take it and try, and we're more than welcome to exchange and talk about it on the different platforms. Thank you again.